Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and loads going on, so much going on at the moment. Our setting video, the latest one, was published yesterday by Lucy Odrin. Really interesting video, well worth seeing. That goes along with the extra other content on the channel, Simon's Solve of Dave Gorman's, our regular 2 videos a day. We think we bring you a lot of good content for free, and we're not ashamed that people who support us on Patreon get a bit more. So we're really encouraging our Patreons to climb to 5,000. They went through 4,500 yesterday, and if they do get to 5,000 at some point, we will release a new murder mystery detective hunt by a collaboration from the Discord server. So that's an incentive there. We do also obviously recommend the Discord server to you. So much interesting conversation about all manner of things to do with the puzzles we show, loads of other puzzles, lots of constructor discussion. Really is an absolutely fertile environment. Now, this puzzle has come in from Sed Holesan. I was just checking my memory, which said that Sed was either from the Philippines or from Indonesia, and my apologies to him if he's offended that I wasn't sure. It turns out he is a Filipino, and I actually found when I was looking back at the first email he sent us that we said we can't really attempt this puzzle because it needs zeros, and of course we have zero technology now, so might well revisit that puzzle at some point if he wants us to. But for today we're looking at this puzzle, which is called the 17 SDGs. Now, the 17 SDGs are, as you probably know, the Sustainable Development Goals that the United Nations committed to 6 years ago. Meant to be in place by 2030. They include some sort of pretty far-reaching and overarching goals like the zero hunger and zero poverty and that sort of thing. Now, I think some of them are a bit ambitious, some of them are very realistic, and they are definitely worthy. And you can see the SDG in the script. Oh, I'm sorry about the construction work. For some reason, somebody has just decided to start hammering a pipe next door. Nothing I can do to stop that, I'm afraid. I have tried. So SDG written in the grid, and the 17s. And this is a regular thermo Sudoku. So normal Sudoku rules apply, and along the thermometers, digits must increase from the bulb to the end every step of the way. So that's the rules. Do give it a try on the link under the video. And I'm going to try it now. Let's get cracking. And, well, it's not going to surprise those of you who know me that I'm going to start by pencil marking the longer thermos. That is what I do. Maybe SDG stands for Simon Despises Goodliffing, but maybe I'm just being paranoid. Right, 7, 8, 9 there. This one is a maximum length. Well, it's a length of 6, so 3 degrees of freedom. Let's just do all this and see on these longer ones if they don't really overlap in rows and columns much. Oh, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 7, so that's 2 degrees of freedom. 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. I'll know if I've got it right, and I haven't, because when I get to the end, I should get to a 9 in the last cell. So I can only do that by reducing it. This is obviously 8 cells long, which I couldn't count, and only 1 degree of freedom then, which is much more helpful. So there we go. And actually that on its own can sometimes yield benefits. I mean, I'm looking at these numbers 1 and 7. 1 there, yes, and 1 here. So we can immediately ask, where does 1 go in box 3? And it's got to be there. Good grief, I'm sorry, I'm going to get myself a drink of water because otherwise I'll be coughing. Yeah, sorry about that. I got a bit lightheaded from the coughing and sneezing fit I just went through. I'm glad you didn't have to witness that. Right, I was just wondering, where does 1 go in box 3? Because these 2 ones have ruled out all of those cells, and the pencil marking makes it very clear that 1 goes there. So a 1 in one of those 2 cells, the corner mark to show it's confined within the box to one of those positions. I suppose this can't begin with a 1 now. That's not that helpful. Ah, look, yes, this pencil marking is great. There's a quintuple. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In fact, only one of them can be a 3. It's actually a 4, 5, 6, 7 quadruple. And this, I think, becomes completable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It can't be 1. That leaves 2, 8, and 9. But 8 and 9 are too big to go there on a thermo, so that is a 2. That stops 2 appearing in those cells. And now we can edge these up by 1 degree of freedom all the way to the end. Ah, this becomes an 8 as a result, because it can't be 7 because of this 7. So we get a couple more digits in the grid. I keep looking at this 7, but that's just confining 7 to one of those 2 cells. It doesn't definitely make it there. 2, 3, no, 4, 5, 6, 7. That 3, though, can work down to the beginning of its thermo. Ooh. Right, 1 here shows us where 1 goes in box 7. And therefore 2 and 3 must be in the bottom row in this same box. Oh, and 7 must be in the top row, so it has to sit there. Doesn't get anything else done on the thermo. But it does put 7 into one of these 2 cells. Oh, that 3, sorry, I completely misread what that was doing to the thermo. So 1 there, that fixes this whole S thermo. Simon 1 is the first to fall. So actually, yeah, this is a 2, 3, 4 triple, and that was a bit easier to work out than I was seeing. Now, what about this? Not that helpful, actually, I don't think. Okay, but this cell now sees 7, 8, and 9. 7 in the box, 8 and 9 in the row. So it can't be more than 6. This can't be a 5, given what it can see. And now this has to be less than 4, but it sees 3 and 1, so that must be 2. We can feed that back up a little as well. And these are quite restricted. 2s. No, nothing else very interesting from 2s. Despite the fact that we've got a lot. Ah, 2 there, hang on. 2 can't be in those cells. 2 must be in one of those 2. Not quite as interesting as I'd have liked. Just the population in this row is quite small now. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 and 9 to place. Ah, 1 there and 1 there. There must be a 1 somewhere on the thermo, and obviously when a 1 is on a thermo, it has to be on the bulb. That's going to place 1 in box 2, which has 4 1s looking at it now. Oh, the 1 on that thermo fixed that 1, and this must be the last 1 in the grid. They're all done now. 7, 1, 4, 6, 8. Right, in column 2 we have 2, 3, 5 and 9 to place. So 5 or 9 there, which can see 2 and 3. Here can't be a 2 or a 9 because of the thermo. So 3 or 5. Can't quite do more than that with that one. This is not very helpful despite the 1 there. I suppose this has to be more than 3, otherwise you'd get 3, 2 clashing with that cell. 4, 5, 6, 7. Simon would despise me for pencil marking all those things. Can't help that. He's entitled. Now, 4, 3, 1, 2. What else can we do? 2. Probably missing something about this. Yeah, I thought this would be the most useful, the G thermo, but barely used it yet. I suppose, oh, actually that's not true. It did come into play there, right. So the other cells in that row are 8 and 9. 5, 5 and 9 can't be in those cells, so they're from 6, 7 and 8. It's not quite getting anything done. One of these must be 3 or 4, so I suppose this can't be a 4 now, which is barely helpful. I'm really not expecting to suddenly get a revelation from these pencil marks, despite the fact that I've gone to the bother of putting them in. 9 and 8 both ruled out of this cell. I suppose one of these has to be a 2. Can this be a 2? That would definitely put a 2 here. Can't see what that does. Ooh, am I missing a... Ooh, that's nearly forming a triple or quad. Not quite. 4, 3, 1, 2. Ah, 3. 3 there and 3 there means one of these two is a 3. Don't think that's anything useful for me. Oh, okay, here's a thought. 5 and 6 particularly can't be in those cells. Oh no, I was thinking that confined them there, but actually that's very likely to be a 5 or a 6. This can't be an 8, I've just worked out. If that was an 8, you'd have a 9 here, and the 9-8 pair would both have to be squeezed into one cell. That's not going to work. So if that can't be an 8, it's now 2, 3 or 4. This is 4, 8 or 9. 2, 3 or 4 with a 3 or 4 there. One of 9 or 8 has to be down here, and one therefore must be up here, if not both. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm struggling a bit to find what to do next. Oh, 4 there, can't be in that cell, so 4's confined to one of these two. And that is going to take it out of that cell, which isn't that useful, but maybe it's more useful coming out of there. No, only because it takes 5 out of the final cell. Where does 4 go? It could go there. In row 2 I'm thinking about here. 2, 3, 5, 9. 1, 2, 3. So 5 and 6 don't appear on these possibilities. So in box 2, 5 and box 3 rather, 5 and 6 are restricted to those cells. Can't see how that gets anything done. Interesting. You know, nice progress in this puzzle, and then I've stumbled to a bit of a halt, and I don't know how to get out of this. So 3 1s, 2s, 7s. No, I mean, there'll be one very good question to ask to get us moving again. But finding that question is the tricky step, I think. This is an interesting en-passe point. Probably going to have to consider 2 digits together, whether it be 5 and 6 or 9 and 8 or 2 of those. Yeah, 2 and 3 appear there, and only one of them can be here. So 1 must be here. So one of these is 2 or 3. If that was 2, then we'd be going, this would become a 3. This whole thermo would be fixed. So it would be 3, 9, 6 there. 1, 4, 2, 7. With 5 and 8 to place, but that would have become a 5. So they'd go 8 there, 5 there. That works. That works all right. Oh, this can't be a 4. Yes, it could be a 4. If that was a 2, that could be a 3. But if this was a 4, we'd have 8 and 9 in these cells. That would be a 2. That again would fix this whole thermo, which would give us 3, 9, 6 up there, 4 here. 4, 9, 2, 7, 1. 3 would now be in one of those cells. I can't see why not. It definitely gets interesting if this becomes a 3. If this becomes a 4, we've got a lot less impact elsewhere in the grid. This becomes 5 or 6. This becomes 8 or 9, but that doesn't quite clean up so much of the grid. Okay, that hasn't really made any progress. It's got to be something to do with how this thermo would get forced one way or the other. So if that became a 6, then we'd go 6, 5, 4, 7, 8, 9. That's not possible because of this. Yes, that means this 8 or 9 here means this can't be an 8 because it would force a 9 there and make this impossible. This can't be a 7. And now the 7 in the row has to be here. And we do get to finish off the end of this thermo with 8 and 9. That places 7 in the box, which I'd pencil marked before. Don't know that the 8 and 9... 8 there is quite interesting, because now the only 2 cells... No, the only 1 cell for 8 in this box is here. That gives us a 2 there. That does put a 3 up here. Not because of this cell, but because of this 2. And that gets us the whole G thermo done. So we get a 4 here, which doesn't help this thermo much. But the 7 up here can come out of these cells. Ooh, that's nearly getting this job done. What about the 2? Yes, 2 there. So 2 in row 7 has to be here. Then we get a 2 in one of these cells, quite likely to end up on the bulb. No, hang on, this is a 2, 5, 6 triple at the top. In fact, that is a naked single 5 with a 2, 6 pair around it. This can't be 2. We've got 3 in one of those 2 cells, 4 in one of those 3 in the top row, and 8 or 9 in the others. That can't be 3, thanks to this thermo I've just seen. That doesn't fix the 3 in the column, though. 7 there, 7 there. So one of these is a 7. 7, 1. So these are from 2, 3, 5, 6. That doesn't quite resolve this. This has looked the most promising column here for a long time, but maybe I'm missing something down column 3. No, I can't see it. Oh, 3 there. That's the next step. 4 and 8 are placed. That 4 stops this being a 4. This has become a 9, so we can finish the row. Now we can place 3 in that box. 3 is in one of those 2 cells, so the 3's petered out quickly. Sort of, actually. That's not a 3 because of that, and that means 3's in one of those 2. So therefore in one of those 2, but they form an X-wing with that. So 9 down here now has to be here. This is a 5, 6 pair. So this is a 3, 4, 7 triple. Let's do that in full pencil marking. So this is a 5, 6, 8 triple. This has become a 6. Right, should have seen that. 5 there. So that sorts out the 6, 2 pair at the top. We can finish columns 9 and 7 with a 4 and a 9. That's not a 9. Oh, it's also not an 8. So that does feed back down 1 cell. This isn't an 8. So that's a 6, 7 pair. This must be a 5 in the row. That makes this a 6. Then the D thermo is finished off now as well. That can't be a 6. This has to be a 7 now. Yes, it does. 5, 8 and 9 to place in the row. 6 there has resolved this. That helps on the thermo maybe. Not quite as much as I thought. But that 3 has sorted out the triple at the bottom. No, that was always the only place for 3 in the column. 8 goes in there. Now these can't be an 8. That can't be an 8. So that's a 6-9 pair, making a 5 here. This is really neat how this works. That's a 9. Naked. Oh, hang on. Something's gone wrong there. Where am I going to fit a 2 and a 4 in the row? Something's gone badly wrong. Let's unwind a bit. I'm not sure. I have a feeling for where that went wrong. Could I have been all right up to this point? 7 here. 3, 4, 8. That could be a 2. Why did I rule a 2 out of there? Because with 3 there, did I fill in this triple wrong? I think I probably did. Let's try it again. 7 there, 3 here, 4 there. I might have filled in those 2 the wrong way around, not even noticing a double 3. Now, if that's the case, embarrassment all round, but at least we've picked it up. 8 there. Oh dear, honestly, do need to pay some attention. 5, 6, 9. This is a 4. That works okay. 2 here, 7 here, 6 there. That's a 9. That seems all right now. 4 there. So we've got 3, 8 and 9 across the top. That in fact is an 8. Let's take 8 out of there. 4 and 5 down here, so I think we're all right now. And we have sustained our development. 3 and 7 go in there. 9 and 8 and 5 and 8. And that one's not too bad at all. I would have been even quicker if I hadn't messed up towards the end. Yeah, I must have filled in 4, 2, 3 just unthinkingly there. So my apologies about that. Well done if you did that quicker or indeed at all. Nice puzzle from Sid. And as I say, I might look at the original puzzle he sent us, which we didn't like because we couldn't do zeros at the time soon enough. So maybe we'll get back to that. Thank you for watching as always, and very much hope to see you again on the channel soon. Bye for now.